In reading our textbook, there are going to be a couple of things you need to pay very close attention to. One is the backtick. If the backtick ends at or is at the end of a line, it is important to know some things about that. First of all, it's important to recognize the backtick. And the reason I say that is because the font that PowerShell uses by default is not really the best font for seeing the backtick or seeing the difference between the backtick and the single quote. Sometimes it's difficult to see the difference between the two in the font that PowerShell comes in by default. We will be changing that font in this class. But if the backtick ends at the end of a line, it's important that that backtick be put there and no other character, not even a space. You can't even have a white space behind that backtick. If you do, the command will fail. Now, we won't see this very much. We'll only see it maybe once or twice near the end of the class. But it's important to see this and to realize that when you type it, it's got to be the end of the line and no extra spaces after it. The other thing you're likely to see is this little curled up arrow. It looks like it was in the bathtub too long because it's kind of curly. This little arrow means that this line is all one line. So this line continues out after this part of the line, but because of the book page is not as wide as a PowerShell page or a PowerShell screen, and so we had to wrap it around. And so this arrow, you would not actually type this arrow. This arrow is not part of this code, but it means that this continues on the same line. So be aware of those two items here as we go on in this course.